Hi guys, bit of a different video this time. You know how the YouTubers are living in their car and they work during the day on their laptops wherever they go? Can you do it if you're a blue collar worker like me? I'm a cleaner. Can I live in my car and work from my car? Let's see. I think I'm gonna have to really cut down on the old equipment. Now, if you've seen my channel before, you'll see my usual setup for car camping, and it looks a bit like this. And of course, when I'm working, it looks like this. But I'm car camping and working, so there's got to be a bit of a compromise. Trusty battery pack for all electrical uses. And I'm going to be running this 40-watt bar heater because it's going to be about 8 degrees during the night. Scaled down version of the cooking equipment. The camping set of pots and pans. For cooking and making a brew, going to stick with the butane cooker. I've had to really cut down on the electrical things I take, so none of the usual Christmas twinkly lights or the little fireplace. So just a couple of rechargeable lights, microphones, and just the handheld selfie stick and a small tripod. Hoping to stay as fresh as possible with the good old wet wipes, with a little bit of tea tree oil for antibacterial, BO Basher, and some smellies. Yes, tonight I'm sleeping with Henry the Hoover. Now, if you don't know the UK, it's actually the law in the UK that every vacuum cleaner has to have a name and has to have a smiley face. So I shall be quitching up with Henry tonight, but there is just about enough room on the bed. Okay guys, here's the park up for tonight. Semi sort of rural, got some trees, got a nice street lamp there, got somewhere to go to the loo, and hopefully this will be a nice quiet night. We've got a nice selection of modding blocks like this one. One of the things we have to do as contract cleaners is come down to the underground parking and get rid of the leaves. Now, in the trade, this is known as going downstairs for a blowjob. We've also got some older period properties like this one. Now, this actually belonged to one of the ladies in waiting to Queen Victoria. Now a block of flats, but still very impressive. Dotted all the way along the coast road around here in Bournemouth, you have all these little nooks, and they plant them up with these tropical feel. Beautiful little parks. I don't suppose it's really a bad life when you can have your lunch down on the beach as part of your regular life. Most of Bournemouth is on top of cliff tops. It's only central Bournemouth where it dips down where the river is. But all the way along the coast we have these little areas called chines. And this is where years ago there would have been a river, and the river flowing down has eroded and it's basically created a valley. So there are lots and lots of chines along Bournemouth seafront. Now above this chine we've got a suspension bridge, and it's said that our late wartime Prime Minister, Sir Winston Churchill, used to come here on holiday, and he used to play on this chine and on this bridge, and one day he fell off and broke his ankles. But considering how high up we were, I'm surprised he didn't kill himself. Bournemouth has loads of these pine trees absolutely everywhere, all over the coast. After the Second World War and our soldiers came back suffering from the effects of mustard gas, a lot of them would convalesce here because these pine trees would make the atmosphere fresher and better and help the breathing. Well, they're looking just about done to me. I've ruined my pan. Oh, I'm ready for this. Hot sausage sandwich in autumn with strong black coffee. Why is it that it always tastes so much better when you're outdoors? You'll have to forgive me for talking with my mouth full. We're just on the outskirts of Bournemouth. You can probably hear the traffic in the background, but when you can see rural sites, got the cows in the field, there's a little church behind me. Actually, this would be a great place for a park up, but it's just a pit stop for breakfast. Time to do the washing up. That was just 2 sausages. What a wreck. Right, bit of fairy liquid. And let's get scrubbing. Oh well, that's better than it was. And as my father used to say, a blind man will be pleased to see it. Right, that's the washing up done, sunshine. Back to work. Right, welcome to BH13. BH13, I hear you say? Well, in the UK we have postcodes in the same way that the States have zip codes, but here we're in BH13. Now that might sound unlucky being number 13, but if you live here in BH13, it's rather posh, and it probably means you have quite a bit of money, and you have these type of sea views. Now behind me we've got Poole Harbour, although you can't really see a great deal. If I spin round, tiny bit of land you can see there is Brownsea Island, so that's where Lord Baden-Powell started the Scouts. But where we're heading is probably far in the distance above my head. You can probably see a little line of flats. Now they're very posh flats. They probably start at 2 or 3 million. They have sea views both sides, and I have the joy of cleaning some. Off we go. A small apartment around here with 2 bedrooms would probably start round about £1 million, which is probably why I work here but can't afford to live here. So this is the kind of view that your millions will get you. You've got Brownsea Island there. It's a peninsula, so it's a piece of land where there's only one strip to get in and out. If you live here, okay, you've got these lovely views, and on the other side of the peninsula you've got sandbanks, so you have the sand. But if you live here during the summer, you're contending with all the holiday makers with their buckets and spades and goodness knows what else. And during the winter, although it's a lovely day today, it can get pretty gusty here and you get sandblasted. So between all the grockles in the summer and the terrible weather in the winter, I don't know, you've got to have a lot of money to make it worth it here. So to give you an idea, let's take this property here. Now if I spin round, you'll see we've got the road and then we're looking straight out at the harbour. Now let's go around the back of the property and you can see their other view. And here's the back of the property. So they're right on the beach. They've got this sand dune and then straight out to the open. It's definitely a different day today. It's raining cats and dogs out there, but we're here, ready to start the day. Let's get to it. Bournemouth Central Gardens, right in the heart. So you've got all the shops here, but this is a central garden, a walkway, probably about half a mile, and it leads down to the beach itself. And here we have the mouth of the River Bourne, which, surprise, surprise, it gives this place the name Bournemouth. Okay, got to admit, Bournemouth Beach is probably not one of the places I would come, being a local, because there are a lot of other beaches that are a lot quieter and nicer, but you can see why people like it, and the pier. Tonight's culinary delight will be a little bit like a risotto. Other than the fact I've not got risotto rice, I've got basmati, but never mind. So it's going to be rice based with some chicken, bit of onion, some peas, and flavoured with sriracha sauce. and I've got both windows fully open because A, I've got gas burning, B, it's really secluded, there's no one around, and C, I don't want the car smelling of onions, but it might be too late for that. I expect you can hear the rain is really banging down on the roof now. Right, I think we're done. Final flourish. I adore sriracha sauce. As you can see, doesn't look too bad, does it? Makes a change from the pot noodle. And it's nuclear hot. But the flavour's there. Time for a bit of telly. Hello, man.
Hello.
In this video, I've included more of my general life and working rather than just car camping. And that idea came about from this lady called Stephanie Jarvis. Now, she owns a chateau in France and she has a channel called The Chateau Diaries. About 7 or 8 years ago, she was making ends meet by renting out a couple of rooms, but things weren't really happening. And that's when she decided to do a daily vlog. And since then, she's got well over 200,000 subscribers. And it basically shows her life, her community that live with her. Some are volunteers, some are staff looking after guests. And you see around the chateau, the gardens, when they go out antique hunting. And it's just something I enjoy watching because it's a life that I don't have. So I appreciate that. And that's where the idea came for showing a little bit of my life. Now, whether anyone will be interested, I don't know. But the idea of showing more general life rather than just car camping came from Stephanie. These few days of car camping and working together has only been possible because I'm on my own this week. Normally, we work as a couple, and with Vanessa, we go out and about cleaning the blocks. Vanessa's on holiday this week, so I hope you're having a great week. And that's meant I could cut down on some of the equipment and put the bed in here. So it's been a full day. I really enjoyed it, the work and the filming and looking around. I have my hot chocolate, last drink of the day, and I think I'm ready for bed now. The rain is just pittering on the roof and it's quite relaxing. So I'm going to say good night.